Hari Om. Welcome back to our continuing study of this great text, Vivekachudamani. We are presently exploring Shloka 13 of this great text under the guidance of our dear Acharya Swami Paramarthananda. Let us now continue. Between the 12th and the 13th shlokas, Shankaracharya clearly communicated that Shastra Vichara is the only means of knowledge. Shastra Vichara is the only means of knowledge. Because Shastra is Pramanam, is the correct instrument that needs to be employed. Just as only our eyes can reveal forms, different forms and different colors, because forms and colors are the domain in which the eyes operate. Without the eyes, it is impossible to discern forms and colors. Likewise, without the Shastra Pramanam, it is impossible to discern, to discover our intrinsic higher Ananda Swarupa. Period. Therefore, Shankaracharya said in the second line of Shloka 13, Pranayama Shatenava. Pranayama in hundreds do not have the capacity to reveal our intrinsic nature. It is not possible. After all, pranayama is a karma. Karma can achieve only limited karma phalam. Anitya ashashwata karma phalam. Whereas we are inquiring into the nitya shashwata vastu. Limited karma can never achieve the unlimited. Never. The word na is to be added to na snanena, na dhanena, na pranayamena, shatenava. Therefore, how do you complete the idea? Arthasya nischayah drishtah, clear knowledge is not possible through the practice of dhanam, snanam, and through pranayama. Then how is it possible? Only through one way. Vicharena hitoktitam. Shastra vicharena hitoktitam. Only by Guru Shastra Upadesha. See, only means to discover our higher self. No other means. Here, Swamiji says, one must be very careful in interpreting such statements. They can be confusing. They can be confusing and are often misinterpreted. One should not say, one should not say, Swamiji, therefore, from tomorrow I will not bathe. From tomorrow I shall not bathe. That's my resolve. Shankaracharya has said that one will not get moksha by taking baths. Very easily misinterpreted. As it is, this guy is lazy. And uncomfortable in the winter months, for example. Over and above that, over and above that, he says, Swamiji, he says, my Guru has said Snanam will not result in moksha. Here is where we need to be very, very careful. Shankaracharya and Swamiji only say Snanena na moksha. Snanena na moksha. They never said that Snanam will not give any result. All that they said was Snanam is not the pramanam to discover moksha. That's all they've said. They never said that Snanam will not result in any other thing. Snana has its own role of purifying. Mala nirmochanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine. Snana has its own role of purifying. According to our traditional snanam not only purifies the body, but also the mind when it is done when one bathes with Ishvara Smaranam. Very important line. Snana has its own role of purifying. According to our traditional snanam not only purifies the body, but also the mind when it is done when one bathes with Ishvara Smaranam. Similarly, we never condemn pranayama. We never condemn pranayama. Pranayama is a wonderful practice to tone up the Annamaya Kosha. Care of Swamiji's lectures on Introduction to Vedanta. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. 5 layers of our personality. Pranayama is a wonderful practice to tone up the Annamaya Kosha, to tone up the Pranamaya Kosha, and to tone up the Manomaya Kosha. 3 koshas, namely the physical layer, the physiological layer, and the psychological layer, Annamaya, Pranamaya, and Manomaya koshas. Three koshas are toned up by pranayama. It is one of the most beautiful disciplines. Vedanta does not question the validity and role of pranayama because Shankaracharya has already mentioned so in the 11th shloka, like we looked at, Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. Vedanta does not question the validity and role of pranayama. It has its place in integrating the personality. All that it says is after integrating the personality using pranayama, please come and study the Shastras. Enter into the portals of Vedanta. That's all it says. This is a must. Study is a must. Do not get stuck with pranayama. That's all it says. Come to Vedanta. Similarly, dana and all other spiritual sadhanas are also extremely important. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita stresses this point in the fifth shloka of the 18th chapter, which is titled Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. And what does he say? Yajna dana tapah karma natyajyam karyameva tat yajno danam tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. Very important shloka. Krishna clarifies the role of karma. Yajna, dana, and tapas should never be given up by a grihastha. Never. Dhanam is the most difficult practice. It's the most difficult practice. Which is why Taittiriya Upanishad towards the end of Siksha Valli says, Shraddhaya deyam, Ashraddhaya adeyam, Shriya deyam, etc. Bhiya deyam, Samvida deyam. Dhanam is the most difficult practice. We will always look for some excuse to give up dhanam. We always look for an opportunity to give up dhanam. This being the case, misinterpreting these lines, especially the second line of the 13th shloka, na snanena na danena. Misinterpreting these words, one will go on to say that Shankaracharya has himself said that Dhanam, etc., are useless. Therefore, I have dropped Dhanam. I've given it up. How sad, isn't it? All these three are useful for jnana yogyata, chittasya shuddhaye karma. This clarity should come upon us. All these three, dhanam, snanam, and pranayamam, etc., are useful for achieving jnana yogyata, to qualify oneself to enter, to make Vedanta meaningful to us. For jnana yogyata, and then for vichara, and then for jnanam. Thus, we bring to a close our study of Shloka 13 of this wonderful text, Vivekachudamani. In the upcoming capsules, we will enter Shloka 14 and take our study forward. Until then, Hari Om. ॐ दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ